Hello everyone, let's solve magical world today. So we are given two shapes. One is a red rectangle and the other is a blue square. The red rectangle has a length of A units and the width of B units, while the blue square has an edge length of X units. Now, what we're given is that we can change the dimension of red shapes, but we cannot change the dimensions of blue square. Now, and then what we want to do is we want to make the area of blue square greater than or equal to the area of the red rectangle. And to do this, we can only change the dimension of red shapes, and changing the dimension cost 1 unit of money. And we are given that we can change any single dimension of a red object to any positive integer. So there are two dimensions, length and breadth, and we can change a dimension into any positive integer, and changing a dimension costs 1 unit of money. So in the worst case we need to change both length and width. So in the worst case our cost will be 2, so the maximum cost will be 2. So find the minimum cost. So we are sure that that this cost will never exceed 2. So our answer is either 0, 1 or 2. Now let's see in which case it will be 0, in which case it will be 1, and in which case it will be 2. So we have a okay. So we have a blue rectangle and a red square, and the dimension of red square is x, and the length and width of blue rectangle is a and b. So we want to do what we want to do. We want that area of this red rectangle is greater than or equals to the area of rectangle, sorry, area of square is greater than equals to the area of square. So we want to do EB less than equals to x times x. So now this is our goal, but what if we have this already? So if this is already there, if AB is less than x square, then that means our answer is 0. We don't need to change any dimension. Okay, now but what if it isn't? So let's say this is 8 and this is 9, and what do we want to do? We want to minimize this value AB. So what's the best way? Since we want to minimize this A, we want to minimize A times B, and we can change A into any positive integer and B into any positive integer. So what's the least positive integer that we can change? We can change the least positive integer is 1. So we can change sorry uh, okay, so the least positive integer that we can change into is 1. So when we change this dimension, we will change them into 1. So now we have two possibilities. Basically we have three possibilities. We just change A into 1, we just change B into 1, or we change both into 1. So okay, now since we want to minimize this value, what's the best alternative? That the maximum of A and B should be minimized to 1. So what we'll do, we'll first maximize. So if A is greater than B, then we'll first make A into 1 and we'll check if this condition holds true. If that's the case, that means our answer is 1. And if B is greater than A, then we'll convert B into 1 and check if this condition is true. If that's the case, then our answer will be 1. So if maximum of A comma B into minimum of A comma B, if this is less than x times x, then our answer will be 1. Sorry, uh, we are converting the maximum into 1. So basically uh, we are converting the maximum into 1, so will be 1 times the minimum of A comma B. If this is less than x times x, then our answer will be 1. So what I'm saying is, let's say A is 8 and B is 5. Since we want to minimize this and A is greater, so we'll convert A into 1. So what will be our area? It will be 5 times 1, that is minimum of A comma B times 1, and that should be equal to less than x times x. If this holds true, then our answer will be 1, and if this doesn't hold true, then we will convert the other parameter into 1. So that means we have to convert this into, we have to convert b also into 1. So in that case our answer will be 2. So what we just did, we first find the minimum and the maximum, and if this condition was already true, then our answer is 0. But if this condition is not true, then first we try to convert the maximum value into 1. So if the maximum value gets converted to 1, then what will be our new area? It will be 1 times the minimum value. So now we check for if the minimum value is less than x times x, and if that's the case, then our answer is 1. Otherwise we have to change the dimension of both a and b. So in that case our answer will be 2. And let's submit this, and yeah, it passes. That's all for this question. Thank you.